All right, YouTube, Rain from Rain and Snow Exotics. Second video. Um, there is a mainland sorong type male. It's about 3 foot, like I stated before. Pretty shy. He's got a nice temperament. He can be kind of snappy, but I mean that's typical. Like I said, he is an import. About 3 years old. I do have a female coming. That I'm going to breed with him next week. She'll be here next week. I'm not going to breed next week. But just to give you a little bit of background about my company, I've been around since 1994. I'm familiar with guys like Bob Clark, rest in peace, to Rico Wilder, Greg Maxwell, who doesn't breed anymore. All the older names, I've spoken with them, met with them at shows, or I've had their animals. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I started off in '94 with ball pythons and king snakes, invertebrates, things like that. And then I graduated. Me and some of my friends graduated up into chameleons, retics. I had a few anacondas. I've had a lot of snakes. I've had a lot of animals in general. I had a lot of things that you really wouldn't consider to be pets, but I guess anything these days can be a pet. But later on in my animal career, I kind of left exotics and was dealing more with domestic animals, rare breed dogs, Perro de Presa Canario, Cane Corso. Yes, Cane Corso. It's not Cane Corso. It's Cane. That's the Italian word for dog, even though the dog isn't from Italy. It never existed in Italy. It was created in Ithaca, New York, and I know the guys who made it. So I know some people will hear this and then they'll want to debate, but I was there, you weren't, so there is no debate. That dog is a cross between a Neapolitan Mastiff, a Rottweiler, and an American Pit Bull Terrier. If you pay attention to the dog in its beginnings here in '97, when they first started introducing the dog to the public, it had Rottweiler markings. There's a reason for that, because there's Rottweiler in the foundation. I will say I got pictures of me with this dog in '97 and '98, a long time ago. So not to sound like an asshole, but a lot of things that you guys out here are doing now, I was doing a long time ago, and no need to do those things anymore. Anyway, so since I found domestics, they require a lot of time and a lot of money, and there's not much that you get back other than the satisfaction of just owning those animals. So I jumped back into exotics a few years ago with a company that I helped build. I'm not going to say the name of this company because me and that person are no longer friends. But like I said, I've been here a while. I've been doing this a long time. So now I'm strictly back and dealing only with green tree pythons. My partner, Johnny, is a retic guy. He also deals with green tree pythons. And I got a couple other species like the bolins or the black python that I am working with now. So, you'll get updates on all those things later on. But back to this guy. When I got him, I noticed something odd. And I've seen and I've owned quite a few green tree pythons. So when I got this guy, he had some specks of extremely dark blue scales. Just there's maybe like 3 or 4 of them. I've personally never seen it. Like I said, I've been around a lot of snakes with a lot of older names in the game, in the Chondropython game. And I've never seen it even on their snakes. So I'm wondering what this is, and hopefully I will find that out when I see what the deal is with this guy's genes after breeding. See if that is something that is heritable or recessive. Try to in this video give you a better look. He's, as you can see, I don't really even want to call that, semi-strike posture. But see if I can get you guys a good look at that in the video, but if I can't, then we'll take care of that later on. So anyway, I do have other green tree pythons. I'm just in the process of moving, so I don't have them all here. This is actually the newest one, a new old one to my collection. Actually, I had this snake once before, and I gave him to a guy that I used to do some things with, and then he, just says didn't have time anymore, so she came back to me, which happens a lot with me. I always end up with animals that I sold or gave to people for breeding projects, and then they usually come back for whatever reason. Ended up with a lot of Cane Corsos that way. Guys just monkey see, monkey do, jumping on the bandwagon. And then I ended up with their dogs, 4 or 5 dogs in my yard at a time on top of the dogs that I already had. So this is a mainland type